everybody. Welcome to episode 70 of the TBD Gaming Podcast. We have crossed 70. 60 seems like a very long time. It seems like we've been stuck at 60 for quite a while. I'm not sure why, but anyway, we're at 70 already. Hopefully, we're going to reach 80 and 90 and 100 soon.
Yay!
Just some psychological thinking. But anyway, welcome to episode 70. I'm your host, Harry, and we have our usual member here. We have Adri.
Hi everyone, we back.
Before we move on to Reese, right, I want to just give is it called a disclaimer? I think it's time for us to say it's a disclaimer announcement that Adri has. I think let Adri say himself. Adri, you want to announce it?
Yeah, sure. I would like to announce that I am now working at PlayStation Studios Malaysia as a game test analyst. So my opinions are skewered. Biased opinions will be nah. I'll try to make it civil. Zergg is enjoying this.
Oh shit! You guys are clapping. I'm not clapping. Okay, I'm clapping.
You need to be honest, Adri.
I don't want some random game news YouTube channel dig this up and then say something about it. But yeah, I'll try to make it as neutral as possible while also promoting PlayStation in some way.
I mean, within your ability, right? Within your ability, so no worries. It's great to have someone from the inside that willing to share whatever that's allowed, like anyway. So
whatever I can share.
Congratulations to Adri. Really happy for you.
Hopefully. What the heck, Zergg?
That's a nice beat to it, of course.
Thank you, Reese. Thank you so much.
Damn it, Zergg.
I don't know what to say next. Anyway, have I congratulated Adri? Okay, congratulations, Adri.
Thank you. Harry and Reese.
Move on to Reese. Welcome, Reese.
Hello, everyone. Glad to be back. Of course, as usual.
Is Reese gonna start announcing things like he has joined Xbox?
My uncle finally invited me to the Nintendo.
No. That was right. Reese was related to Nintendo, not Xbox. We'll talk about it later when we talk about Xbox. But anyway, Reese is here.
Always glad to join us.
And we have Zergg.
Hi, everyone. Especially Angry Bird.
Wow.
The red-colored one. He's trying to make a statement saying that he's the cardinal protagonist in this podcast, so just let him.
What the heck? The red Angry Bird is not even a protagonist.
I haven't seen Angry Bird for so long. Hi, everyone. It's been a crazy week. It's been a crazy... Yeah, especially for those who are being constrained to say something. Wow, yeah. I hope we're not going to push him or anything. Yeah, we should be neutral and support him for that.
Yep.
Thank you, Zergg.
Don't worry, guys. If someone did anything wrong... Oh, sorry. Who said it?
Oh my gosh.
No, nothing. Just kidding.
I want to make it clear.
Trying to scare me at this point.
I want to make it clear that if Sony did anything wrong, me, Reese, and Zergg will voice it out for you guys. Adri will be the one that try to push it back, but I don't know how well it's gonna do it. So 3 versus 1. So
I'm not the marketing team, just so you know.
Don't worry.
I'm not the hardware team or marketing team, so good luck.
Cepatnya tai chi, Adri. Cepatnya tai chi. Go the other way. Anyway, so let's get started with our usual question. What have you been playing over the past? Oh, last week we're not here, right? So past 2 weeks, past 2 weeks worth of games. So Adri, you want to share?
Oh yeah. I've been playing. I finished 2 battle passes. The one that I mentioned before. I played 3, right? I put a pause on Multiverses, unfortunately, but I need to finish it up before Powerpuff Girls comes out next week, which is amazing. More on that later lah. But yeah, I'm able to finish Grand Blue Fantasy versus latest battle pass. I got the Bondage Belial costume. Not proud of it, but I'm just buying that just to support the game. And Star Wars Hunters. Thank you, sir. Thank you. he likes the costume apparently. So, Star Wars Hunters. Yeah, I finished the whole 80 tiers. Yeah, it's faster if you actually buy the pass. So one is Grand Blue, which is okay without buying, and then one is Star Wars Hunters, which is faster if you buy it. So yeah, a lot of contrast here, but glad I able to finish two battle passes these past few weeks. Multiverses, I need to step up a bit. Hopefully I can get that Samurai Jack costume at the end of it. Other than that, what I've been playing? Oh yeah, I played Astro Playroom yesterday just to get ready for Astrobot because I have Astrobot. So I didn't play Astro Playroom so much. So I was like yesterday, last night, I sit down around 9 p.m. and I'm like, oh, I need to finish this game. So I straight away in one sitting platinum it in a few hours. So I'm ready for Astrobot. So hopefully I get to stream that one of these days. Yeah, and a bit of Black Myth Wukong here and there, but that one is a different story. I'm still stuck in chapter. Not stuck. I'm progressing. I feel like I'm progressing a lot, and at times I thought I'm finishing chapter 3, but I'm not finishing chapter 3. Apparently, there's more. So, no wonder people say chapter 3 is like it's a slog to play. Yeah, Zerg. Yes. So,
Zerg
yeah,
has won
those are
anyway.
my game.
Zerg has won you anyway. That third chapter is terribly long, right? So
Yeah. And then Zerg mentioned the other chapters tend to get to finish fast. Was it you, Zerg, or was it someone
I think he was
someone
him.
else? But
I think it was him.
it was Zerg, right? Yeah. So
Maybe.
He mentioned one of the
yeah,
chapters like very quick, like super quick.
yeah. You mentioned in our last podcast. So yeah, so I'll be when that day comes, I'll be super surprised because chapter 3 is such a slog. Like, oh my god.
Right?
Yep. Yeah.
Hate it so
Well,
much.
I was fighting the dragon lady on the turtle.
Was it hard?
And I thought it took me a few tries lah, but
Right.
I thought that was the end of it. It felt like a
Yes,
chapter end
sir.
boss, and then suddenly, oh, there's more. You gotta chase the Buddha kid or whatever, and yeah, I'm there right now. Help me.
It's if I may interrupt, it's a very crucial chapter. If I can give you a hint, so
Chapter 3
mm-hmm.
near the end. Okay,
Or
near
else
the
you're
end is
gonna
it?
play the game 4 times.
Or else I'm gonna play
That's
what?
that's it from me. Not
Oh,
sponsored.
what?
I think
To
the
play
the
game
the
4 times. Okay.
the what you call that, the real ending, was it? Is it something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're gonna play the
Oh,
game,
if you wanna play the
which
game,
I will never do. Yeah.
okay. If you wanna play the game, understand. All right. In that case, let's move on to Reese.
Yeah, well, the last 2 weeks been pretty busy with work kind of stuff, so had little time to spend on gaming. But I did try to continue my journey with Elden Ring, the DLC. So far, it's a very slow kind of progress, and I'm trying to trying to like find the Earth tree, right? So to make me stronger kind of stuff. So
Trying to find Adri. Okay.
the tree. Well, yeah, it's the earthy, right? You call it. You need to get that to level up in the games. Apparently, yeah. Most of the time, just been running around trying to survive. Aside from that, I've been playing a bit of in while waiting for Echoes of Wisdom. So I've been playing Zelda, Legend of Zelda Four Swords Adventure with one of my friend playing online play. Apparently that game is really interesting to play with friends. So I assume it's a pretty short game, but yeah, I've been trying to play a bit of that as well. And yeah, that's about it. So yeah, pretty busy. As I mentioned, pretty busy 2 weeks kind of stuff. So
Okay. I mean that's pretty brief, but still pretty good game. I mean Elden Ring is a good game. Okay. So might not agree, but
I
Four Swords is a good game.
So far,
Do.
Oh, was it? Wait. So it's Elden Ring? Oh, shit. Okay. It's God of War. Sorry. I keep I
no,
keep messing this up.
I think the DLC, it's I would say it's compared to the base game. I prefer the base game a bit more because I think it's there's a lot of casual kind of option in the base game, which made the game a bit more consumable. But of course, uh, I don't know. I've been telling this again and again. I'm a big fan of Bloodborne, so I really looking for games with Dark Souls game, which is more aggressive, and yeah, hopefully they'll, if given a choice, I would prefer if they can remake or remaster Bloodborne instead. So yeah.
True. Okay. Moving on to Zerg.
I uh, for the past 2 weeks, I've been playing not
So
in
many games.
order. Yeah, I think I have like 36 hours per day because of all the games that I need to finish off. First one is Space Marine 2. I got it earlier because I purchased the whatever version that is. But it's a fun game. It's a
Popcorn
simple
game, right?
game.
Yeah, it's a
Space Marine
popcorn
Yeah.
game.
Warhammer.
Yep.
Because you do not have the gun, for example, the
Mm.
sword, for example, doesn't have the item progression, meaning to say that if you're in chapter whatever, your weapon doesn't get stronger.
Yep.
It's just your skill in a way. So I got to play the game 3 to 4 days earlier. I believe I got to play it 6 hours earlier than Steam player. Ha ha ha.
Wow.
Thank you,
Sorry,
PlayStation.
what game is that?
Was it
Wing,
was
wing,
that an
wing.
early access kind of stuff that you?
Yeah, it's supposed to be an early access Space Marine Warhammer 4000.
Oh, Space Marine.
Yeah, if you purchase Gold and Ultra Edition, you get
Yes,
to play the
yes.
game
4 days.
earlier, right?
Four
But
games.
Yep.
4 days.
yeah, but
For 4 days.
there's a problem between Sony and Switch. I mean Steam
Wow,
and
Switch?
I'm
Oh
sorry.
my god! I bought the
It's
wrong
okay.
gear. I should have bought it on the
Sony?
Switch. God damn it! Now only I know.
There's a I think there's a glitch between Steam and the superior Sony, in a way that Sony player got to play the games 4 to 5 hours earlier.
Oh wow! Really?
So I managed to finish
Oh.
three three mission ahead of my friend. So yeah, I don't know what happened there. Probably yeah, but either way, it's a good game. It has PVE, story mode, and PvP, which I tried only once. Um, I think it's not a 10 out of 10 game. I'm saying that because I'm not asking people to be FOMO and just buy the game without knowing the whole story behind it. I know a little bit about 40,000 because Henry
Do you
Cavill knows about it.
do people
So
care about the lore? Do people would care about the lore?
again,
You don't have to.
Yeah,
yeah, you
I
don't
was
have to know about the law, but it's
yeah.
good if you know about the law.
Yeah, is it good? It's the
Yeah,
same as
Yeah,
but
they
Space
do
Marine
reference
1.
some stuff that the main
agreed,
character happened
Mm.
maybe in the
agreed.
first game. So yeah.
Yeah, they will have some prologue or something, and then they will progress with
Yeah.
the story itself is not really rich. I would say if you just finish the game, it will take you around 12 hours to finish the main story. There's
That's
a
not
few
bad.
difficulties. Yeah, there's a few difficulties. Easy, moderate, and very very hard. And then you don't get to choose your your
Main
job
character. Oh, okay. All right.
when you play story mode because you're that
Yeah.
Titus guy.
Yeah.
You're all rounded. It's a bit difficult because you get to have an access between your gun and also your sword or your melee.
Mm.
So you will have a group of Zergling, Tyrannid they call it. They will just attack
Zergling?
you.
Your
Yeah,
babies?
yeah, Zergling rush. So performance wise, it is a beautiful game on my
Oh,
PS.
yeah. I saw that.
Yeah, it is beautiful. I do not have any glitch so far.
I
Thank God.
though I heard that it's pretty bad on PS5. Is it? I don't know.
Is it?
I don't know.
In
I've heard.
which It is.
No,
It
I
is
think
bad.
it's on
the frame rate,
PC.
the frame rate.
I think the performance
Yeah,
will
I
have
think
some
it's
issue on
PC.
PC because I had
Okay.
experienced it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
even my friend
Yes.
who is playing with his laptop, the game crash, so he needs to
Ah,
play
Uh,
it with his PC. So
good luck, Harry.
No, I'm okay
okay.
so far. At least mine don't crash. Mine don't crash. I'm like, I dodged a bullet.
I think I've
but
heard someone
but
saying
I
that.
think I asked him during our PvP because you can progress the story together with a friend.
Yep.
So
That's
say for
fun.
example I'm playing with Harry, right?
Mm.
I can follow Harry if he is the leader. I will just carry him towards his story progression, but my story progression will be static, meaning to say that I will follow whoever invites me into the game. So it's a bit fun. So my friend was telling me that he got 2K 60 FPS, so it's not bad, but the game crash here and there, so you cannot get that 4K unless you're 40 70, I think. So yeah. So apart from Space Marine that I enjoy so much, I played Astrobot.
Oh man.
Yay.
The game is fun. Now I got why people are like praising the game so much. It's a typical Astro thingy. Plus, you have a lot of bot. You have bot of war.
God
Spoiler.
of War. God of War. That's good.
God of
That's the
War.
reason why I purchased the game. Obviously.
Yeah.
You have multiple platform and puzzle solving, and it's a very
Uh,
quick game as well. I think you can just split the game if you wanted. I'm
isn't
not
12
telling
hours
you.
also? Isn't it 12
I
also?
think so. I think shorter
Yeah,
than that.
I've heard.
Depending on how you tackle
Good.
the puzzle.
Mm.
The
Mm.
puzzle is not easy. It's a bit difficult, which is
Yeah.
why I do not want to go with platinum the game. Some of the puzzles are very tricky. I decided to
Really?
just skip
Oh,
it.
they're up a bit compared to
Yeah,
Playroom.
it's easier, definitely easier than the first iteration. So you should play the game. It's fun.
Yeah, I have it. I have it.
Yeah,
So I
it's
can't wait to
fun. You can
play.
finish it off within 10 hours, I believe.
Mm.
Some of the mechanic are very fun. I've been laughing while playing the game. And yeah, it's a fun game, especially when you have dual shock age or even the usual dual shock. You will feel
Oh, yeah,
all
they
the
utilize
mechanics.
the feeling.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Playroom was really good utilizing
It's
that
worth
too.
it. If Astro is gonna be one of the game of the year, I wouldn't be surprised
Mm.
looking at how people are happy with the game and how
Yeah.
fun the game is. So no pressure. You can just play the game. It's very fun.
I,
Um,
I like that your two games are contrasting with each other.
right.
One QC,
Agree.
QC, the other one is just murdering everybody.
Well,
Yeah.
I was wondering why do they decide to release the game very close to each other? Because I thought I want to buy the usual Space Marine, but knowing that Astro Bot gonna come, so I decided probably I just burn some few ringgit just to finish it off
Wow, like that, huh?
instantly.
burn right.
Yeah, the dedication, bro, towards Sony. Can you believe that?
Is this like back in COVID year? When COVID hits, we had Doom Eternal and Animal Crossing came out together,
Oh
and they
yeah.
Yes, man.
complement each other. So this is another the
Yeah,
same thing.
where's the fan
Yeah.
art? Where's the fan art? The fan art was
Somebody
awesome.
already photoshopped Astrobot's head on the Space Marine. I saw
Oh,
it
is
already.
it?
Yeah,
Okay,
I
alright.
saw that.
It's
Actually,
pretty good.
It's like
there
Barbie
was a,
Hammer, right?
there was a meme on the net. I think they're waiting for Dead Rising coming soon, right? In
Ah,
couple
yeah, the remaster one. Yep.
So
Yes.
they did mention that
Yes.
they're gonna try to because both. I mean, right now Astrobot and Warhammer.
It's
I think
green.
it's bit those basically are games that are just for fun. I mean, you're just gonna enjoy it without a lot of, I guess, thought into the story
Agreed.
kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, I've heard someone. I mean, a lot of people are commenting that these three games will be the fun kind of game that you would love to play. Yeah.
It's what I call as mindless fun. It's just shut off
Yeah,
your
yeah, that would be,
mind
yes.
and just
Yeah, I
play.
don't
Yeah.
know.
But I wonder if Astrobot is mindless. 'Cause
It is not.
Zerg did
It is
mention
not a
the
mindless fun.
puzzles. He mentioned the
Yes,
puzzles, right?
it is not.
So yeah.
It is not mindless. I thought all the checkpoints gonna be just for fun, but then I know, okay, thank God there's a checkpoint here, or else I need to go all over and restart the whole thing again. It's not that deep. Elden Ring difficult, but it's it up the difficulty, which makes it fun in a way. So enough of Sony. I think I played quite a number of Xbox games as well. Core Keeper, like what Harry was saying, it's a fun game. Very, very interesting game because it's it reminded me of Stardew Valley plus Minecraft, right? So because I have no idea what the game is, I didn't see any trailer whatsoever. And the moment I saw Core Keeper available in Xbox Game Pass, I just installed the game. And then out of nowhere, you're just stuck there in a very dark room, and you got to work your way out, fight people, harvest things, create things. So you can multiplayer that as well. I did not. I just played single player. So it's a fun game. It's a relaxing game. Followed by another game that I played. I wanted to play this game before I played Core Keeper, but I don't know why I installed Core Keeper. The game was Creature of Ava, from 11-bit Studio. It's like Temtem plus Pokemon. So basically, it's the adventure game, third person view. You are it involves some monster, so alien, where you can capture the game. You can capture the creatures and fight alongside with them. So yeah, this is a mindless, fun game that I'm playing just because, and I play a little bit of Quidditch as well. I forgot. It's free on PS.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yo, so
I
I'm
don't
jealous.
really like it
I
because
see.
Is it?
I was looking forward to Quidditch for so long because I loved the first PS2, PS1 game.
Oh
Can't
yeah.
remember.
Yep.
Yeah, that was
Mm-hmm.
fun.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This one is not. This one has a depth into it, but then I don't know why. Probably there's too many games I need to play, so I didn't really enjoy it as much. You can definitely multiplayer with that, so I'll get back to that once I'm free, probably before Zelda. And the last one is Age of Mythology. Age of Mythology um is just like a remaster, right? The one that we got is the standard edition. I'm not sure about the premium edition where they put a little bit of DLC inside it. So I have been in love with Age of Mythology before. So I'm doing the campaign. I think the campaign gonna take me almost 20-ish hours. So I'm not gonna finish that just yet. So yeah, I think those are the games that I've been cracking my head with.
Man,
I
Zerg's
think
playing a
there are
lot of
some other
games.
for the past 2 weeks. I think there are some other game, but I can't remember. I cannot remember. Yep.
Okay, cool. For me, still, I mentioned already. I move on to Assassin's Creed 2 Brotherhood already. I'm right at the point where I can recruit assassins. I can deploy them. I can use them on targets. That's the part where I really love the micromanagement. When it comes to the management scenes, when it comes to managing your assassins, I enjoy that a lot in I think Assassin's Creed 3. So I'm glad that it was introduced in Brotherhood. So I'm glad I played that one. But anyway, that is fun. Brotherhood is really fun, but the problem is that the whole game is very open world. So sometimes when I play, I have to play maybe like 10, 30, 20, 30 minutes, and I just have to stop a while before the open world fatigue comes in. Especially when it comes to the old Assassin's Creed game, when there are not too many things to do aside from going to objective after objective. But the game is really fun. Aside from that, is Space Marine 2. I play on PC via Steam. Um, I actually enjoy quite a bit. There's some issue with PC. I not at first I thought it was only my PC where occasionally when you play, I think after every few minutes lah, or maybe a certain part, right, they will just 1 second stutter. Yeah, it will just stop for 1 second, stop moving for 1 second, then you continue on. So I think it was when the enemies are moving in lah. I thought I saw the Digital Foundry, they already mentioned got this issue, so I think it might be an issue not just with my PC. So hopefully they fix that, because I actually like Zerg. I really enjoy quite a lot of it. I finished the tutorial. I think
Nice. The
I
prologue,
oh
right?
yeah, the whole product is really fun.
It is fun.
it was
It's
a
a bit
shame
difficult
that.
as well, right?
Oh yeah, it
The
is,
last
especially
mission is a
the
bit
last mission.
difficult.
Yes, because
Uh,
Man, missing
especially
out. I'm
when
missing out.
especially when the swarm comes in. The swarm comes in. Okay,
yeah.
I know when I played that part, Riser. I know. I just remember that this is the death of this game is the same that did World War Z, because the moment the swarm, the aliens, right, the Tyroids, right,
Mhm.
climbing the wall, they're trying to stack up with each other.
Oh,
That is World War Z exactly already. So I'm like,
yes.
oh, that sounds familiar. Then I'm like, oh
Yeah.
shit. I just remember how much I love the game. So it feels familiar in a way. The whole thing about the weapons, the way you collect the sights, the grenades and stuff, it feels very World War Z. So I felt very familiar when I started playing it. The only thing I'm not familiar is the quick time events, the blocking, the because I'm using
Oh,
keyboard, so the timing for me is not easy.
yeah.
But when it does, when I
Yeah.
do it well, it's beautiful. The executions,
Yeah.
the blocking and stuff, it was fantastic.
Oh,
I
So
I I have been having a hard time playing that the parrying, the blue
oh
thingy, the red
yeah,
thingy, because I was playing Wukong, right? Where the mechanic and the
yeah,
kinetic is a bit different. So I'm trying
yeah,
to
yeah,
assimilate,
yeah, yeah.
and then going into this game, it is not that accurate. So you can just do it. It's very long, the time, and then not to throw it off, but then there's a lot of repetition, so you
yep,
can practice. You can
yep,
practice
Uh-huh.
just
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. You can do that.
yep.
Okay.
I mean,
Oh man,
I would recommend you, if you want to play, want to give it a try, right?
Adri,
Try
come on,
from the
Adri.
easy mode first. Maybe try for easy mode first, because for normal
Easy.
mode,
no
right?
normal.
For normal mode, when
Hey,
you're
normal is quite hard.
yeah, it is. I
I heard,
Yeah,
I
because
heard, I heard
you
normal
need
is
to do
hard.
that evade
the,
thingy. Then
yep.
only you can kill a lot of them. Yeah.
Because when it comes
Okay.
to they are the normal hordes, the swarms. Then among them, they are the heavy, so-called the heavier ones. Those ones, right? If you don't dodge or you don't parry
Yeah,
right,
they're
they're gonna
gonna.
kill you
Yeah,
quick. So
yeah.
so
I
yep.
Another thing that I want to tell about this game is that if you were to do some objective where you need to open up some suites and everything like that, you will have a hard time in a way that you will not be immune.
Oh yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
you do
Meaning
get
to
hit.
say that
Yes,
you're
you do get hit.
yeah, you will kinda hit and yeah, you'll get frustrated in a bit, especially when there are these annoying enemy that will just shoot at you from far and then yeah.
Yeah, I hate the one that shoots far. I hate those.
Mm-hmm.
Because you kind of have to find where they are, and yeah, they are a bit harder to find. They take quite a while to find out anyway. So yeah, the game is really good. I do. You should definitely join. Because I want to know if
Ah,
my PC is okay. Seems
I
okay so
definitely
far, lah.
wanna. I really wanna get it. I just now I'm thinking, should I get the digital standard or keep looking for the gold edition physical?
Mm.
Because I really want to support this game because dude, when it came out, the first one, I really want to play Gears of War, but Gears of War had no PC. I had no Xbox then, and Space Marine was a lot of people consider it as a dollar store Gears of War. And then a few years later, flash forward to now, I'm so happy people are praising it like this is the game. This is the game. When actually, if you go back to Space Marine 1, it's the same format. Like they had single player, multiplayer on it. They just
Correct.
copy paste that and then add more stuff, and then people are praising it because during those years, games have changed to live action or online only or whatever, single player, and then or live service. Sorry, not live action, live service games. So yeah, the Space Marine 2 felt like the game that people expected it to be like an actual game that the gamers want. So
Yep.
and
Could it
then
be
off.
that they are in the same universe or something like that?
Sorry.
Could it be that they're in the same universe kind of thing? Because Gears of War really looks a lot like.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
It could
it's
be. And
almost similar.
some people gonna theorize like Gears of War is the prequel to Space Marine because it kind of looks like it. Because those people are buff
The
as well.
armor, yeah,
They are
exactly.
very
Yeah,
duper duper about. Jeez, look at
yeah.
their voice. So
But
very.
No, yeah,
yeah,
exactly. The voice as well.
do you remember Mark Strong, the actor in Kingsman, the ball guy?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He voiced Titus in the first game. when he was not that popular yet. I mean, he was already popular, but not big as Kingsman popular or whatever. But he didn't come back for the second one, unfortunately. That would have been awesome, though. That would be the cherry on top. But yeah, wish that's the only gripe I had for Space Marine 2. Like they didn't bring back Mark Strong for that. But other than that, I'm so happy this game is just getting recognized. Probably a good, maybe will get nominated for Game Awards for
Or
best multiplayer or
things like that.
whatever.
Yep.
I think lah. If it's not Game of the Year, that's fine. If it's like best multiplayer or best story or whatever, I don't know somehow. But yeah, I feel like he's gonna get nominated for sure.
Yep.
So yeah,
Yeah,
congrats,
basically game's
too.
pretty fun. The modes are pretty cool, especially the what's it called, the operations, the one that you get to
Yes.
play as another
Yeah.
team, which is cool.
Yes.
You're like helping out the main team, which is a fantastic idea that not many people like to explore. I like to know what happens in another side of the same mission that was happening. So this is actually
That's
gave me
cool.
exact. But the game
I
can
love that.
be
Love
the
that.
game can be brutal at times. Like just now, I was playing like an hour ago where I played the first operation mission. I forgotten what is the objective already. I was being swarmed. I forgot that I'm supposed to jaga this tower. Then the tower destroyed already. Then the whole game finished. I'm like, I spent 45 minutes to get to that place and lost. I'm like, okay, never mind. I'll try again later on. But anyway, game's pretty fun. Please support it. On PC, it's pretty cheap, 169.
Yes. Oh my god.
it's like
PS3,
fantastic.
PS3. Did I just say that?
Yep. But
Ultra
PS5
is so expensive. Damn it.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, on PS5 was almost double the price. I don't know what's going on there, but
I
yeah.
don't know.
I don't understand what's going on there.
He's
What a
gone.
big difference! What a big difference in terms of pricing, lah. So maybe they can sort out something there. I'm not even sure why there's such a big difference in terms of pricing. Yep. Play Space Marine 2. It's a video game. It's a video game. So please play it. All right. Let's move on to our very first topic.
I'm back.
Let's talk about the PS5 Pro.
okay. Bye, guys.
I think you can still say. You can still say, dude. You can still say.
I need to filter. I need to
can
filter
only
a
say
lot of
please
my
buy it.
comments.
I mean, Adri can speak. We just have to put it in a grain of salt whether
I can directly message Herman Holtz and say, "Oh yeah, Zergg say this. Please send a SWAT team."
Anyway, let me give some context first. PS5 Pro is official. It's priced at USD 699 lah, but basically 700 lah. If you convert directly to Malaysia ringgit, it's around 3,000 plus lah. I'm not sure how much was a PS5 at first. It was around 399, 499.
It was
No,
2000.
2000, yeah. 2000.
2000.
So sorry. I mean the price. Sorry,
2300.
2,300. So it's
Yeah.
around
Yeah.
400, 500.
It's-
So this one,
It's supposed to be around $500 for the base.
Basically
set,
what-
right?
Okay.
So-
But probably if with the ringgit strengthening, it might help down the road. Who knows? But anyway, hey, don't laugh. There's some games that because ringgit actually strengthened, right? There's some games on the eShop actually get cheaper. So don't laugh. I actually feel like it's cheaper somehow. Anyway, I want to talk about the big three upgrades for the PS5 Pro. The first thing is a bigger GPU, which gives you, let me see this, upgraded GPU has 67% more compute unit, 28% faster memory. So as a result,
yay.
45% faster rendering for gameplay. So
Yeah.
basically what it's trying to say is that you no longer need to sacrifice the fidelity for performance. Basically, you want performance and high quality imagery. You can have this for PS5 Pro. So that's
Yes.
one bigger GPU, but
Yes.
the CPU remains The CPU remains. Nothing is being done for the CPU side. Right.
Yes.
The next big upgrade was enhanced ray tracing, which makes the lighting and stuff make more lifelike. I'm not really a fan of ray tracing lah because I never experienced it myself. But okay, cool. Ray tracing, enhanced ray tracing, and finally, AI driven. They call it the PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution, in short form called PSSR. Basically, it's upscaling. Like, it's kind of like sort of like your DLSS and stuff like that, but PlayStation own version, to which makes the
That's impressive.
yeah, which makes the graphics sharper, while maintaining high frame rate. All right, guys, let's talk about this. This whole thing, big three, bigger GPU, enhanced ray tracing, and AI, PSSR. 700 US dollars, so 3,000 plus ringgit, maybe more, slightly more. Who's upgrading?
And then that's
Sorry.
We need to mute Adri because he will definitely say yeah.
No, I want him to speak. I want to hear how he's gonna spin whatever we're trying to say. So Adri's gonna be last.
what do you mean by spin?
I want to hear Reese first. I want to hear Zergg
Okay.
and myself maybe,
I'll-
and I want to hear
yeah.
what Adri says last. So Reese.
Fair.
Just-
I'll mute my mic just so I
No,
won't shout at
just-
you guys.
Just take off your headphone. Don't hear anything that we're saying.
And just not as a sign of agree.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
agree whatever.
Yeah, or else I'm gonna
Oh my
filter
God.
everything that I'm thinking about. So.
And then you guys gonna say, is PS5 Pro gonna have a slim version? And I'll do this, and then yeah, okay, he said it. The guy who works at Sony said so. Let's put it all in an article or something.
All right. I think let me start. Let me start
Reese
this. Okay,
first.
right, sure.
Reese first.
Okay, I'm gonna start this from the presentation perspective, if that makes sense, right? So of course it's I think was it you Adri that mentioned that it has been a roller coaster week for Sony for the last
Yes.
week or two.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was pretty surprised with the presentation. Well, when I say surprised, I would I think it feels a bit more negative on the surprise kind of tone that I was trying to say. So first of all, after was it was the game Concord, was it
Concord. Yeah.
hacker kind of stuff, so they got cut off, and then it was pretty noisy in the net kind of stuff, and then eventually we got Astrobot, which somehow changed a bit that tone, so everyone was
Yeah.
happy. It received a lot
It
of
was
praise.
weird. It's,
Yeah, it was really weird.
It's a weird week for
Yeah.
them.
And then from there, I would assume that they would want to maintain the momentum, right? But for some reason, that presentation, okay. I'm sure there's a valid reason on the marketing kind of research that Sony does. And they know this is not gonna change the needle within the market. So it will definitely only be for those big hard fans, right? I would say. And then you would see. I think the reaction from the net would prove that, because there's a lot people who's just gonna maintain with their base PS5. But as I mentioned, I want to focus a bit more on the presentation. I thought it was a bit missed opportunity when they didn't show anything new out of that. I mean, new game, new software. It was like a hey, let's do this now. So they could wait maybe 1 or 2 weeks, right? Just at least got a bit of input about new games, especially the long-awaited GTA 6, right? I mean, that would
have been.
Yeah, that would definitely be a because I did a bit of, not to say research, but then I just checked against all the previous midterm kind of presentation that had been done before. So a lot of those are with those. The presentation was a bit more convincing because they show couple of new games, and you would be very excited to see new stuff on the so-called the mid gen. But for this time, they were showing those games that has been pretty successful in their sales for the last time. I mean, Spider-Man, we all know how well it was.
2.
Yeah, Last of Us 2. So
Horizon.
Horizon,
I
yep.
mean, from that point, I would assume that the sales wouldn't be that. It won't be jumping to the next level because it had a pretty good run back then. So it covers all the fan base, right, kind of stuff. So yeah, that was a bit odd when they presented all those games that has been pretty successful in the sale. I mean, we don't expect by having a PS4 5 Pro, you would gain more sales on that. I mean, so that's the one thing.
What the?
And then the other one, I think this was a bit. I think what was my most. I was a bit confused with it because most of the game that they showed is a game that you can play on PC, right? I would say about 90% of the game that they show for most of them you can play on PC.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
you're right. You are
Yeah,
right.
and then if you're able to play on PCs, it means that I'm not saying that PS5 Pro is bad in terms of performance, but PC we all know PC would be the master race, right? So they would have customization. I mean, the performance would be I think it goes up to the highest level, right? Compared. So that caught me a bit off guard because I was like, why they should have. I think I don't have any issue with PS5 Pro. I agree with a lot of the analysis that were shared by the media where Sony knows that they don't have any really strong competitors, so they can just put the price there and then they have I guess a valid reason to show that because they're the big boss here right now. No one's. I mean, Xbox has been failing pretty bad for the recent kind of time, and then when they don't have those competitors, I mean, you set the tone, right? You'll set the price. So I do understand from that kind of perspective. It's just that the presentation was a bit. I mean, I initially I was assuming that they'll just show the specs, the technical part, but they won't share you the price until maybe there'll be the next conference or whatever gaming. Right, only then they'll share the price. So this time they'll just confirm that you're gonna get a PS5 Pro with this kind of stuff that's gonna happen. You're gonna get upgrade on this. I mean, Harry, you shared about 3 of them, right? There's 3 big major changes that's gonna happen.
That's what they said.
I think there's one thing maybe they missed out. You're gonna get 2 terabyte. This as well, right? The capacity will go up to 2 terabyte. Yeah, storage.
Yeah.
So they didn't really share that because they know that. I think it won't be that critical nowadays, especially with the external kind of option that is available. Yep. So I was expecting that it would be a presentation just on a technical level, and then they don't really release the price point. They'll just wait for the next. I think we'll have another big conference coming soon in 2-3 weeks, right? If I'm not mistaken, was it? Yeah. So if I'm not mistaken, there'll be I think what was that? I forgot. So I would assume they would only release the price there. I mean, just to get people excited first, and then maybe to cushion it a bit based on the time frame. So that was my biggest issue with PS5 Pro. I would expect them to present it a bit more tactically, which for some reason maybe they didn't manage to do that. And then I think the biggest shock was the price announcement, and that I think that was the big surprise for everyone, right? So and then it really caught the net, so everyone was talking about it. I think and then as I mentioned, I think Sony is pretty clear on this, so they know that it won't change anything. I mean, it's because I think if whatever happened with PS4 Pro back then was that they dropped the base model price and maintained the PS4 price as if it's maintain it at the previous baseline price for PS4 Pro, right? And I was a bit shocked again and surprised with the way that they present it more compared to the console stuff. Yep, that's me just a bit.
So in regards to the pricing, right, I sort of understand why, because previously there was an interview by I don't know someone from Sony. They did say that with the PS5, right, they are really scrapping to the barrel already for.
They want to be Nintendo. I'm pretty sure they want to be Nintendo.
No,
they want to start selling the console.
I mean, to be frank, anyone that does hardware, they kind of want to earn money from the hardware itself, right? But the thing is, like, when they commented on the PS5, right, they say that their profit margin is actually already very low. So in a way, right, for this case with the PS5 Pro, I don't expect them to reduce the price for PS5 because their profit margin is already very low.
I think I think they're selling PS5 at a loss. They are I think that's the way how Sony and Microsoft were doing all this while. So they are selling their hardware at a loss, and they're depending on the software. So the software will be covering at least ROI will be around 4 years, right? So that would be their business model. Unlike Nintendo, so Nintendo they I think that they had always been focusing on their hardware to make sure they'll be selling that at profit, something like that. So Sony and Microsoft, because they know they are pushing all the limits, at least for a console platform, right? So there's no other way around, but they would need to tank the loss with the software kind of deal. But in this case, right, I would assume maybe as per what you mentioned, Harry, they started to realize one thing that may not be as if it was previously. What was that? It was the software. You can see how software, at least the first party software, are really slow because they need a lot of time to develop those first party software. So with that, they could not tank it anymore. I guess they couldn't tank it via the software to support their loss on the hardware.
Okay.
With that, I think with that, I think PS5 Pro, they want to make sure that they go with whatever Nintendo is doing. They want to start to sell it at the profit kind of rather than a loss, because they know software won't be able to tank it anymore. Because you would know how long software would need to be developed right nowadays. I mean, a game would take you 8 years, right? And that is, I think, Concord is something a very good example of that, right? So it was back in 2018, 18, and then once it got released, then it just took 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then they have to cut it off. So that would be, I think that in fact, I believe that might be the reason why they need to announce PS5 Pro as soon as possible. So yeah, I think because they know this scenario right now, that is that software, it's not going to be easy to deliver software with whatever spec that is trying to break all the barriers right now, right? So I mean, we know how first party games have been, both Microsoft and Sony are having trouble in delivering those first party, and we are talking about a console that has been 4 years, right? This is the 4th year of PS5, right? 4th or 5th year, I think. We heard it. Yeah, we heard about before. I think maybe a couple of months ago, they did mention that PS5 had passed due their mid-term kind of growth. It's starting to drop, right? The sales starting to drop. So yeah, I think that was the reason. And again, yeah, it's a bold move, but I do understand why they're doing that. I mean, I from at least from what I think that's what they need to do right now. Yep.
Okay, interesting take, especially the price to cover the lack of software sales to support it, right? So I think I get where you're coming from. I'll let Zergg next. Zergg,
oh boy,
brace yourself, Adri. Brace yourself.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna talk as human Adri's not here.
PR. I'm messaging PR right now.
Do you need an ambulance? I think you do.
Oh, wow.
I might have a cardiac arrest.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Number one.
Oh my god, he has numbers.
1 out of 100. Oh. Go ahead.
200. Oh,
Go ahead.
Spider-Man. Hi, Spider-Man.
He can't hear you.
I'm not surprised with the price
Okay.
Okay.
at all.
Yep. Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
And I sort of like expected the price gonna be like that, but the price conversion is something that I will always be surprised. Case in point, take a look at the remote CD extension. I don't know
Oh
what
my
you call
god,
that.
yeah.
It
The
is
CD slot.
it
The
is
CD slot.
The CD
correct.
slot, is it?
Yeah,
$100,
it
right?
is. It is supposed to be 80 USD, but once it arrives in Malaysia, it becomes 500 plus, which for me is
Wow.
absurd.
Wow.
Exactly,
Jesus
mathematic, right?
Christ. I thought it
It's
was
hurting my
times
brain.
4. Even if it's times
Agreed,
4.
agreed, bro. I have no understanding where the math
I,
come from. Probably I'm not so good, but
I heard,
yeah, that's the
That's why
reality.
you're a doctor.
I heard
I've been
Amazon.
arguing about this price since it was launched with my friends, and we decided not to buy it because I've been persuading my friend who never has any CD. I'm a CD guy.
Oh,
I have a
Yeah.
lot of
You
CD
can
here.
buy CD.
You're a
physical.
CD
A lot of
guy.
physical.
Or
Just a
DVD or Bluetooth,
city
whatever it is.
guy.
Okay, it is absurd, right? Okay, number two. I
Brace yourselves.
Yeah, I'm bracing. He
Where's
just said
the
I and
drum?
then
Oh, I need some drum.
Is he like doing it
Zerg. What are you doing, Zerg?
bro,
Sony
You
got
just
the
say
you.
I
microphone
and then
decided to mute itself. Can you imagine that?
Sony
Wow.
Ninjas? The Sony Ninja
Sony
SWAT
they
team.
just got you, dude.
I have nothing to do with it. I have nothing to do
Wah,
with it.
cepatnya,
Trust me.
Bro, my mic and my headphones suddenly got turned off. What the
Oh
fuck?
no.
Are
Zerg,
you
what
using a
brand?
Sony mic?
What
Are you using a
brand?
Sony headset?
No, I'm not using Sony.
Oh,
Oh,
Zerg,
I'm using
just say
Razer.
Sony, just say
Can't blame Sony.
I'll
It
edit
is
it out, just say
Sony.
Sony.
The
Okay,
latest
wow, nice, thank you.
See? Not me, not me.
No wonder they can hijack.
I
Okay,
don't have a
anyway,
kill switch. Okay, yeah.
that's number two, I guess. Yeah, because I I was not surprised with the price, but I'm sure they will not directly convert the price, regardless of how
Yeah.
strong our Malaysia ringgit right now. I'm
Yeah.
sure it will be in middle euro and USD. I am extremely surprised when I saw, oh my god, they're doing the same mathematic like how our CD was, and then the euro price is amazingly crazy. So,
Yes, I know. It's
um,
$1,000, right?
yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, it was just.
I
Oh my
when I
god.
was when I was in Milan and Swiss last month, I was trying to look at PS, and it is bad news because the thing in Europe is crazy expensive. So I decided, because I know the price is 580 plus, right, in Malaysia. So I thought I want to find a good deal with a plate, because mine right now, the main one that I'm having right now, this is Spider-Man console. So it is expensive. So I think what I will be surprised with later on, once it is officially released, is the price that is official for Malaysia. I'm sure it is not going to be direct conversion. I'm sure it will be almost an additional 400 ringgit more
Times 4 times
than
5.
yeah, yeah, to be expected. But what the thing that I hate about the technical presentation is that, number one, it is being called technical presentation for a reason, right? If I were to be the one who hosts a technical presentation, it is not for everyone. That is what I have my perception.
Agree. Yep.
Yeah, because it's like technical. You do not want this to be a newbie, or for those who have not has any PS5. So
Yeah.
I will be lying if I told you that I do not like graphic mode when I was playing a game, because remember back then when I was telling you guys that Jedi Survivor is a game that I was struggling with the FPS. I was hoping that to get the 4K when I solved the puzzle in one of the episodes. I cannot remember, nearing the end. So those were the moment that I wish I have 4K with 60 FPS resolution. Um, I know the technical presentation was only 9 minutes and 40 seconds, right?
Yep.
And there's not many things that they can put inside. There's not many games that you can put inside. There's so many people are arguing the game that they put was PS4 games, for example, right?
Yes. Jedi Survivor, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I do really understand. Um, um, there's not enough time for them to really show a new one. This is not a trailer whatsoever, which is why I decided probably I just want to go to Singapore or probably it's going to be there in Japan. Who knows? My point, the next point that I'm trying to give is the way they show Ratchet and Clank, which is an amazing game. They're saying that if you have PS5 Pro, you will be able to see a better resolution of those audience at the back, and they zoom it. It's like, okay, when you play the game, you will be seeing that contestant rather than yourself.
Yeah.
It's a bit okay. If I'm the one who supervised the presentation, that is the nitpicky things that I'm gonna tell them. Why do you need to tell that to the audience? No one wants that. Just But again, I'm trying to give a comment, assuming Adri is not here. And then
Find the difference.
yeah, and
Yeah,
obviously,
true.
yeah,
That's
because
true.
obviously not everyone has a 4K 60 FPS. In fact, if you were to buy a simple Sony TV Bravia, for example, you will not get the fidelity that the PS5 requires, right? And obviously, if you were to buy Samsung TV, for example, a lot of them will be saying this is 4K or 8K. Doesn't mean it is good for PS5 in terms of HDR, the one that we have been playing with, whether it's unique or not, right? What I'm not happy with this presentation is how they wanted to be like Apple, because when the presentation ends and they show the price, I'm not surprised with the price, but they said the vertical stand sold separately, and
that was.
I was like, okay, fine. But I'm not really concerned about the vertical stand, because if you know, the OG stand that we're having right now can be used with the slim PS5. So they're saying that the PS5 Slim is almost similar with PS5 Pro in terms of sizes, the base. You can literally just use the same OG stand with PS5 Slim and also PS5 Pro. Fine. Or if you have a big space, you can just slide down, make it horizontal. You can just put your PS5. But what I'm not happy with is that they're putting a price 699, which I expect to be more than that. And they didn't even say that CD this drive gonna be sold separately. They're trying to deviate the attention. This is like a gimmick that always everyone is trying to tell you. You know, when you buy McD back in the days, right? Probably you guys still buy or not buy a McD now. They will show you how thick the patty is, but in real life, it's just very, very thin. So this is why I convey, in terms of consumerism, how they're trying to convey the information in PS5. Hopefully, no one noticed that, maybe, or hopefully they just want to sell a lot of digital products. And it goes back to my first point. Technical presentation is not for those people who, still new with PS5. It caters to me. I want to buy this so badly before even the presentation. I wanted to buy PS Portal. I wanted to buy PS5 Pro. The moment they said there's no CD, I have a lot of CD, and you are showing the previous game that I have been playing. Do you expect me to buy the CD hardware, or do you want me to buy again the soft copy?
Again.
I don't get it. Like I told you, I don't mind the price because I know, everything is going up right now. They are being greedy or whatever it is. Of course, they do not want to lose things. Of course, they are not expecting 100% everyone who purchased PS5 Pro gonna have a PS5 version original to have PS5 Pro, like how it is in PS4 Pro, right? PS4 Pro, to be honest, the moment they release, I have no doubt just go to KLCC and book PS4 Pro. I remember back then when I was in KLCC, they opened up the book. You need to write your name. There's like 300 people waiting list for that PS4 Pro. That's how the enthusiasts of Sony wanted to get. I can tell you, people who never had any PS5 who wanted to save their money just to buy this. The moment it arrives in Malaysia, the price is 3,600. Not many of them gonna buy this.
Yeah.
But can you imagine if it is 3,600? I were to buy this. I have a lot of CD PS5. I have a lot of Rebirth. I have a lot of games that you displayed in your technical presentation. I cannot play them because I don't have a digital copy of those.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do? Buy again and fork my money for it?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Yes.
unless they're trying to give you a decent price for that CD hardware, according to the price that you have published officially in your website, which was 80 USD,
That's
it's
still a
supposed to
lot,
be
dude.
300 plus, not 560, 70,
Yeah.
whatever
Why?
it
Why?
is.
Why is that extra 200? That's crazy.
I am very frustrated.
I think it's our
Very, very
importers lah.
frustrated.
It's our importers. They're doing it.
Yeah, if you really care about your player, which is me, this technical presentation was supposed to be my niche. I want to get PS5 Pro so bad. I want to get it before you even have. If you don't have a technical presentation, you just gonna sell it off just like that. I'm gonna be the one who pre-register. But for you to just say vertical stand is sold separately without showing, and it's very fast. There's no CD included, and people were to buy it and they will be full with that. Bro, that is cruel. I am upset very much. A lot of my friends were saying that we're not gonna buy. A lot of us enthusiasts, who
I
never
don't know.
missed any of the consoles.
If, as I mentioned, if they I think if I've said this before, so I'm gonna say this. If it's like a bundle kind of thing with GTA 6, I'm pretty sure it's
They
gonna.
will not be doing that.
But they will not be doing exactly. They will not be doing that.
They
So
will
yeah,
not.
I don't know.
There
Yeah.
have been okay. If you
Mm.
want to talk about Concord, about Astrobot,
Mm.
I don't know, man. There's people are saying, oh, they want to get money because Concord. There's no way it is the reason. If they want to get money, for me, say for example, they were to increase the price to 750 USD with CD, no problem. I will just get it. But you displaying 699 vertical sold separately and try to convince people this is how it is, and people thought there's a CD there. That is cruel, very cruel. So yeah, that's why there's a lot of interesting polarizing comment where people say might as well just buy PC. To be frank, if you were to build a PC, you cannot get a good PC with 700 USD.
Yeah.
Ask yourself how our graphic card is so expensive in Malaysia. Remember back then during PKP, there's so many people were doing Bitcoin or whatever it is, and the price shoot up to 4,000 ringgit when it was supposed to be 900 ringgit. So you need to buy a good monitor for it as well. You don't want to build 4070 with just 1080 monitor, which costs you around 400 ringgit. It will be so expensive. I will get this PS5 Pro, but what I will not get is, what am I supposed to do with my CD here? You want me to sell it off?
No, just pass it.
Sony not gonna care. What they care is money. Yes, you care about that, but what am I supposed to do? I don't want to buy another soft copy of my uh Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth.
Yeah.
This is upsetting, bro. Very much.
Yeah.
Fork out another
So
500
Noted,
ringgit for the CD
noted.
drive. Fork out the 500
I
ringgit for
will
the
get
CD
it.
drive.
I will
Obviously,
get PS5
no. It's not
Pro.
whether it's not a choice. You have to get it.
Yeah, I will
Right.
get it. So
Don't
no
say,
one
don't say.
complained about Asus ROG X, which was so expensive. It was 3,599. I wanted to get that, but it is not available. PS Portal is not available. I don't know why until October. But I'm not gonna buy it once we have PS5 Pro. But again, yeah. Someone need to sue PS for all I care.
Wow.
It's
Okay, I did not hear that.
yeah.
Okay, hold on, guys. Just give me 1 minute just to fix my audio. Just 1 minute. Hold on a second.
I did not hear that at all.
Alright, guys, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Cool. Alright, cool. Right. Okay, now it's my turn. Won't be as long-winded
Great.
as Reese and Zerg because I think Adri has heard enough.
I'm done. Stop
Okay.
it. Shut up.
Okay. I think I mentioned to you guys, right? There's something with Mark Cerny's voice, right? That I feel very.
Oh my god.
His voice felt very. I feel like I most likely can find a software that can replicate his voice pretty
I'm sure there's an
pretty
AI
familiar.
for real.
Yeah. His voice is very, I don't know how to say unique lah. But anyway, that's pretty beside the point. I don't want to keep hitting on Adri's colleague. Um,
I can
um,
DM him right now.
Lisha DM him right now. Alright, cool. Alright, it's in regards to the PlayStation. Okay, here's how it goes. Alright, I look at this as a situation same as when I want to buy the 3DS, the new 3DS XL. It's pretty much a mid-gen upgrade, right? I bought. I have no issue buying. I miss the original 3DS gen. So when I want to get the new 3DS XL, right, I have no issue on that mainly because um there are games that came out specifically for that upgrade that really utilize the unique selling point of maybe better 3D. There's the circle pad, there's a circle thing, a numb thing at there that makes gaming better. Games run better as well. There are certain games that only run on a 3DS, new 3DS XL that the old 3DS cannot. Um, yeah, there's just a significant advantage of having this mid-gen compared to the last one, which is why I got the new 3DS XL. But when it comes to this PS5 Pro, I'm seeing the big three, I think, which Reese has already mentioned. The better CPU, sorry, the better GPU, the AI, the ray tracing. I don't know who is this for aside from it being the hardcore fans, because as a new fan who wanted to get a PlayStation 5, I based on the pricing, I don't think that would be for me because it's $700. Currently the PlayStation is sold at 2,300, right? Someone mentioned. It's around that price. The what Zerg mentioned, this thing once it come over, it won't be a 1-to-1 conversion. It won't be 3,000. It will be 3,004, 3,005 plus if you want to buy physical edition, which is like Andrew said, a lot of times it's cheaper, right? Like Space Marine 2 on physicals, how much?
Two 59, 269,
259, right?
Yeah.
259. But if you buy digital,
260.
300
ah,
for whatever.
so
Yeah,
so when you come
more
to
is a
when you
lot.
look at it in the long term investment, right? It's sort of it is more economical to buy the PS5 Pro Plus with the CD, so that you save the extra, you save it when you're buying the physical copies
That's
later
right.
on, right? True. So in
That's
that
right.
case, you sort of have to fork out 4,000, 4,000 ringgit for a PS5 Pro for a family, maybe a guy that wanted to buy. Want to get into PlayStation, I feel like that's quite a huge barrier to get into lah, as compared to the normal PS5. Right, if you look at the PS5 Pro right now, the PS5 looks way more attractive. So I'm thinking that the only people that this PS5 Pro that's going to attract is the hardcore fans. But how many of them are there? Because sales right now is already slowing down, and based on the people that bought PS5, how many percentage of them do you expect to get the PS5 Pro? So I'm gonna assume that
10%?
yeah. So is that
14%?
let's just be more optimistic. Maybe go to 15 to 20%. All right, is that a viable option? A viable business decision? I'm not sure, because because unless they are going to make games that are running way better on the PS5 Pro, if less people buy the PS5 Pro, then the devs are not going to take advantage of the extra horsepower, right? They'll just make a game that runs on PS5, right? And then the PS5 Pro is just going to utilize it based on raw power. That's about it. Just because it has a better hardware, right? They won't like do anything extra special for the PS5 Pro. So yeah, I'm just thinking like, who is this for aside from the fans? Usually you make hardware, you try to cater. Of course, you want to cater to your big fans, but you also want to try to get more people to buy it, right? Usually for mid-gen is for people that haven't buy the first gen, right? The previous gen, right? So you're not doing that. It feels to me it's kind of a weird situation. And plus, I completely agree with what Zergg mentioned. The fact that they did not mention the fact that you had to, it's 700 already. It didn't include the vertical stand. It did not make, at least make the CD slot cheaper. For me that's cannot leh. 4,000 for PS5 for a game for a gaming machine, at least for me lah, right? It's too much lah. If it, I would say the same thing for Nintendo. If they release a console that costs 4,000, I will have issue, but they don't. Their most latest the Zelda edition of the Switch Lite is 800, 900 at most. 900. How many of the a PS5 Pro? How many of that you can buy, and you get some pretty good gaming experience as well. So, yeah, 4,000 is a big no for me, lah.
What crazy things about this whole situation is that if you have seen online, the PS5 disk drive is sold out.
Oh yeah, true that
right
as well.
now.
Yep, exactly. Agree.
There is a lot of scalper. So meaning to say those scalper are like trying to project there's gonna be 10% or 20% or 15% of those people who gonna buy that already ridiculous 699 PS5 Pro, and they will need that disk drive to be available because all these hardcore they will definitely buy CD.
Yep.
And they scalp the whole thing. This is what PS5 is doing again, like PKP season.
Yep,
You know.
I totally agree as well, especially when it comes to the CD drive being out of stock everywhere. Unless they make more lah. That's the only way they can tackle this thing, right? So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I hope they do well lah. I think PS4 Pro did pretty well, right? But I am not sure if PS5 Pro is gonna do as well, seeing that the 4 Pro is quite a good substantial amount of upgrade compared to the 4. Whereas PS5 Pro, I feel like, right, if Mark Cerny have to tell me to look at the back of the audience of Astrobot in order to tell the difference, and show all these like Spider-Man footages to see the background. Oh, you notice the difference? I feel like you're kind of losing the point, right? You're supposed to be able to immediately see the difference. The difference should be clear as day lah. For me, the upgrade should be clear as day when it comes to a pro version. But that's just me. Right. We have shared our. Sorry.
I want to add on one more thing. Knowing that I'm gonna buy the PS5 Pro, I will not put an expectation for every game to be 60 FPS. I'm sure it depends on developer, right? But what I wish, I think it will be less noisy. There will be less PT problem like what I experienced from my previous two PS5. I'm sure it's gonna be one of the benefit of having PS5 Pro, and we know that PS5 Pro gonna be there until 2026, which for me value proposition is there. You can argue the price is probably similar with whatever graphic card that you want to imagine, but for those people who just want to have a simple setting where they just came from work, just want to play a good game, I think it's a good console, but the price probably something for each their own. So yeah.
Okay, definitely. Now, Adri, I won't let you
Okay.
speak. I'll give you some time to give your thoughts.
What I think is that's all, folks. I'll see you guys next time in the next TBD podcast, episode 71.
I mean, like, you can
Thank you all for your opinions. I'll have a good night. Bye-bye.
It's not directed to you. It's just us telling.
No lah. I mean, Adri, you can just tell us like what's the
No.
what impresses you lah, right? Like about the PS5 Pro.
Yeah, I think I can say because
Yeah.
I did because I did not know this was coming because I've been in Sony for 2 weeks now, so the news of this PS5 Pro has eluded me the entire time. Uh, but yeah, hearing your all opinions, all of it are valid, especially Zerg's rant. They're all valid. I validated your
Right.
feelings, Zerg. I validate your feelings. Um, yeah, but from what I see, the way they market it in a way, oh, thank you. They market the way I don't think they market it for the current owners of PS5. I think they market it way for people who are not in the PS5 ecosystem yet. That's how they do it. Maybe that's why they ask you to look at the audience in the background. Because for us, we got PS5 or even Harry, who is a gamer. For people who looking for PS5, Devin's like, but with anyone looking for PS5, they're looking for new people to join the PS5 ecosystem. So the Pro is there to entice people because I think I mentioned you guys in the chat. I have this friend, an artist in the old workplace. He abstained himself so much from buying a PS5. He has a PS4, PS4 Pro. So I did tell him, why don't you get these games? Why don't you just get God of War Ragnarok, play on PS4 first, and then when PS5 Pro come out, you just free upgrade lah because you can get a free upgrade if you get a PS4. I know, sorry, I said God of War you have to pay $50, 50 ringgit, but still you get a upgrade to the PS5. And then he's like, no, I want to experience it when it first come out. I want to see it in high fidelity. I want to. He even bought a TV big
Ooh.
enough
Damn.
to like accommodate whatever the PS5 Pro gonna do. And he just had a baby girl, so yeah, you can see his expenses are like. But he saved lah. He saved it back in the COVID days when PS5 was just starting off. He already aimed for the PS5 Pro. So yeah, I respect his determination, and I think like Zerg, he has the money for it already, preparing for it, and he's a huge Monster Hunter fan. So whilst it's coming out next year, so that Pro plus the new TV, plus the new Monster Hunter Wilds is gonna be a great investment for him. He's gonna blow his mind lah because yeah, he had never touched a PS. He has seen the PS5 around the office lah, but touching it or playing it, he has never. He really chastity belt himself lah from the current PS5. So as the presentation terms, as we look at the presentation wise, yeah, I think Mark Cherney, his voice was supposed to elude the non PS5 users to like, yeah, I have a calm voice, and you can look at my new PS5's hardware. Look at the background over there. Yeah, you see the audience. Each of them has 50,000 poly count, which is an actual character in the. Zerg is sleeping already. Damn it, Zerg.
Sorry.
That was awesome.
But yeah, I think it's for people who wants to get they yeah, if you want, like, I agree with Zerg saying if they increase the price to pay back Concord, I don't know, maybe not, because they have planned this for a while now. The hardware, the software team are different. The studios are different than the hardware team. They don't like interact. They don't plan the budget for each of it. So yeah, it divides. It's just timing lah. When people, if you notice, all the backlash comes from people who has already owned a PS5.
Like myself.
So yeah, you go to YouTube or whatever, all the content creators already they already have a PS5. So seeing 700, like nobody's asking them to fork out 700 to upgrade their PS5. They can just continue playing the current PS5. So
Yep.
yeah, so the rant is out of proportion a bit because they can just ignore it, and then they can just react and say, oh, it's 700. Oh my god. But I
I'm
guess
not
if
gonna
you
buy
don't
it.
have a PS5
Oh.
before, it'll be okay, it'll be great. I
Yeah.
feel I saw the price like, oh, yo, 700. good luck to the person who wants to buy it. I didn't feel like, oh, damn, I need to spend 3,000 to upgrade. Unless you hardcore Sony or you have a lot of disposable income like Zergg, go ahead. Are you gonna sell your old PS5 Zergg? Are you gonna?
Bro, it's a Spider-Man that I'm gonna keep forever.
Oh my god, you want to spend it?
No,
Don't wait
mine.
until the Wolverine special edition or whatever lah.
Bro, I
Or
will. Wolverine,
no, my god,
yes.
he's gonna get it. He's gonna get that one.
Yeah.
Whatever lah. Whatever Sony
For
game.
yeah, for all it is, like what you said, I'm sorry to interrupt. PS5, the OG is still an amazing console.
Yeah.
It is an amazing console. Like what Adri says, no one is forcing you to buy PS5 Pro. So if you want, you can just get it. If you don't want,
Yeah.
then by all means, yeah.
But the problem is, right, with society these days, right? People don't like to hear that. They don't like to be left out. They want the latest and greatest thing. So that's the
Yeah.
problem. Even if you tell them like PS5 is still an amazing device, but there's the PS5 Pro. I can't get it. So that's the issue with Sony, not me. I mean, I feel very sad for the people. Like, let's say Adi's friend, right? Like he thought, oh, the PS5 Pro is gonna be maybe 3,000. He saved 3,000. Damn it! It come out, it's gonna be more than that. End up, you have to buy the whole thing at 4,000. You have to save another 1,000. I mean, technically speaking, you still got time to save lah. But with a daughter in line and every monthly spending so much, that
I remember back then during COVID, I have so many people offering my PS5 because I'm the first iteration, right? They are offering, hey bro, can I buy a PS5 for 4,500 or 100? I mean, I should have just sell it off during that time.
yeah,
The people are so willing.
And you have
to
money
buy,
for PS5 Pro,
right?
and still have some. Dude,
Yeah, people will be willing with the scale of people scalping for that disk drive. I can bet PS5 Pro gonna be sold out. Definitely. There's a lot of bad narrative about PS5, PS Portal as well, but it is also sold out, you know. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean
It's
that,
all
which is why I saw like some people they already buying, they quickly go and prepare already buying in advance the CD slot and also the vertical stand, which should be compatible, right?
Which is still, it's still what you want. It's still the brand. The people are still gonna buy it just for the brand, whether you want to buy it or not. It's totally up to you. But scalpers or Sony fanboys or whatever, like hardcore gamers, they're definitely gonna get it just for the sake of it.
Yeah, the 2 terabyte is a good thing.
Yeah, the 2 terabyte is pretty good.
Yeah, the 2 terabyte is something that really. The moment I heard about the rumors, 2 terabyte gonna be there, I am sold. I am okay. I'm gonna get it. No doubt.
Yeah.
But how fast is it gonna be filled up though? Like, what's
Call
the
of
average
Duty?
size? Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
talking about Call of Duty.
2 games is done. Yeah.
Is it? Yeah. So, well, that's why I was like, how fast gonna get filled up? And then you can't change, right? Your slot, you can't add on slot one, right? Can you add external SSDs or something like that?
Can, right? This one can.
This one, if you were to read thread rumors, Reddit, some say cannot, but we don't know unless we have the machine. So
they didn't show it in the. I don't recall.
yeah, they didn't say, but PS5 OG, yes, you can. This one we don't know.
Most likely can lah. I mean, if OG can, then most likely can.
If you have the OG PS5 and you think that 2 terabyte is enticing, you already have 1 terabyte. Was it 500? 1 terabyte, right? So you just buy.
Bro.
You save more money getting the hard drive, getting a SSD, another SSD.
Yeah.
Maybe 3 or 5. Then getting the PS5 Pro. You save more there.
I mean,
So,
if you want a path for people to upgrade from existing PS5, it's like what Adri said, you can probably sell your PS5 existing one and just
if you want,
you can still keep your vertical stand. You can keep.
Oh, it's not it's different. The design is
Is
different.
it shit?
Yeah,
That's
cannot.
confirmed by
It
then.
doesn't. I
Ah,
have. If I want to sell this PS5, I have to sell the stand with it because it won't. It won't fit the slim of the Pro. It's its own design.
that
So
sucks.
yeah,
But the CD can lah, CD can. So CD
CD can
power,
lah.
so
Yeah,
you
yeah,
save quite a
definitely.
bit. I mean, I'm just trying to find a way to sort of justify the purchase of it from a existing PS5 user lah. So,
Yeah, got it,
but
got it.
unless you're like Zerg, where you have a Spider-Man edition PS5,
Oh
then
yeah,
don't sell it.
oh yeah.
You're
So
dumb if you
worth
sell
it.
it.
Don't
It's
sell
so
it,
worth
dude.
it.
Don't
Yeah,
sell
yeah,
it,
it's
dude.
Get,
pretty.
Don't
dude.
accidentally
If you
sell it.
bring the cover right, Zerg, and you ask the Spider-Man actors to sign it, like Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Tom Holland, or
Bro,
even Yuri Lowenthal as
1
well,
million,
dude.
bro.
1 million, man. 1 million USD right there.
Yeah, I
That
know,
would be
right?
amazing. That would be good. That would be so good if that happens. But yeah, that's a fever dream only.
All right, that's pretty much our thoughts on the PS5 Pro. Take quite longer than I thought, but Adri gave good answer lah. Adri gives a pretty good answer lah. He's not there
Thank goodness.
deny our
I
criticism,
did it,
but
marketing team. I did it, marketing team.
so someone give him a clap. Someone give him a clap.
Come on, Zerg. No, this time. Oh, okay, thank goodness.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, there's a delay there.
All right, I want to move on to the last topic. Let's talk about we have talked about PlayStation already. Let's give the Xbox
Yeah.
some love. All right, let's think.
No, this one I'm ready. No, just kidding.
Yes, here we
He's
go.
ready to bash Xbox. God damn, what
Competitor.
This is where he at his mark.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
boss, I actually talk bad about Xbox. Anyway, all right, I want to talk about basically. I wanted to get everyone's what's it called, status check, perception check on the Xbox brand. Why? Because these recently Xbox has, I think there isn't a lot of good news coming from them lately. It's bad news after bad news after bad news. So we have things like Avowed delayed. We have things like the Avowed actually only available in 30 FPS. There's Indiana Jones. No more exclusive to Xbox. It's gonna re-release on PS5. Black Myth Wukong. This is old news, but Black Myth Wukong is still delayed on the Xbox. And the most recent news is that a total around 2,500 staff is being laid off in Microsoft. The most recent one is 650 lah, but before that was 1,900 lah. So add on together is around 2,500 lah. So yeah, layoffs, delays of very popular game, the loss of an exclusive, and of course the delay of Avowed. So how are we feeling about the Xbox brand right now? Andrew, go ahead. Go ahead.
Let me start, sir. Let me start.
Go ahead. Yeah, you're the last just now, so go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. As a gamer, I have to say disclaimer, not as a employee, not as a competitor, Sony or whatever, but as a gamer. I can see Xbox is trying to move away from their exclusivity to their own brand or their own console, because I remember Phil for a few years now has been openly saying they want to collaborate with other console or whatever. I feel like they're going for the Sega route already, whereby they already admit they lost the console war, so probably gonna stop Xbox. I think Xbox Series would be their last. I think I have a feeling lah. After the Series X 2 tera digital only 2 tera just came out, I don't think they will announce another one unless something happened like during TGS or whatever, the next presentation that's coming up soon. But anyway, yeah, I feel like they might take it the Sega route where they're just gonna focus on software and games and Game Pass. Game Pass, get the games, get the games on Game Pass and whatnot. I feel so. Uh, yeah, I think that's the direct direction they're gonna take, and I think that's a good one because they're already starting to put games on PS5 already. Sea of Thieves, Indiana Jones, right? All the games that are like Xbox exclusive at first, but they are safe enough to be on the PS5. Hi-Fi Rush at the time. They slowly gonna just they're probably just gonna let PS and Nintendo duke it out in the end because the Xbox console is probably dead. And bittersweet moment, I guess, because yeah, if they focus more on Game Pass, that's good for us because we have Game Pass on PC. So getting more games on Game Pass is great. Day one stuff. If they keep that up, I'm okay. I'm okay with it. So if they're gonna what's they say, still want to try to push the Xbox console, I can see them trying to put. They should release it to other countries officially, like maybe Malaysia. You know, we don't have an official Xbox Series here. If they try to promote it more to countries that didn't have, or maybe the Series S because it's the cheaper, right? Series S to countries that didn't have Xbox in the first place and just promote digital or the Game Pass even more. I think they can like boost their sales somehow at least. But other than that, TLDR, I think they're going for the Sega route, and I don't mind. I support them. So they're half dead, I guess to say. Would you say that? Yeah, half dead.
What? Sony guy says Xbox is dead? Okay, just kidding.
Oh no! You're gonna edit the video, cut the half, and just put
Check,
dead.
check, check, check. How I wish I have the time. Jeez. All right, I want to move on to Reese. Reese, are you here? I want to hear your thoughts on why Xbox is dead. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm not gonna take a lot on that because this is like 3 weeks, 4 weeks kind of news. I mean, whatever happened to Sony for the last 2 weeks had definitely, I think, cushioned the story about Xbox. So yeah, especially with the PS5 Pro. But anyway, yeah, I think they're just. I think this will be the end of the line. Because well, one of the biggest thing was that they basically betray their fan. I think
Wow.
there's no reason for you. There's no reason for you to get a Microsoft hardware console going forward because you can play those games in other consoles as well. So I mean, and then the best part of it is that you won't be able to play a lot of other console games on Xbox, right? I mean, if you want to play God of War, this of course you have a PC, but you'll be able to play it on PS5, for example, God of War, and then you'll be able to play it on PC. And if you're talking about any exclusive from Xbox, you don't need any Xbox hardware because you can play it on some other stuff. PC would be one of the biggest take on this because we would know that most of I think about 19 almost every Microsoft game is playable on PC, right? Yeah. So
Yeah, right.
this is end of the line. I guess I'm okay for them going through. I mean, going with Sega's route, but it's just sad how the fan has been treated. So that's all. So yeah, it's a bit unfortunate for them to. Yeah, that's my take on this.
It just felt like when was the last Xbox showcase where everyone is so optimistic? I recall we are being optimistic as well. I think they had one of the best showcase.
Yeah, I think it was
showcase in,
early this year.
Was it the Game
yeah,
Award? Sorry, was it the
the
Summer
E3
Game
season
Fest?
the E3 season
Yeah,
basically.
yeah. They had a good
Uh,
one. They had a good one.
yeah, it felt so weird that it's like all the good momentum that they generated, right? It's like very fast
No,
gone.
I
After
mean,
like a lot of bad
I mean-
news, they have a good news, then bad.
It's we do understand that it's a business, so they need profit, right? I mean, so maybe multiplat will be the way for it. But I think the biggest take on this is that they're not honest to their fan, right? I mean, Indiana Jones was one of the biggest takeaway on this, because it has always been so-called, this should be the savior to Xbox fan, right? But then now, and then the way that he announced it is as if, I mean, you don't simply announce this and 6 months later you I mean, Phil, he announced that Indiana Jones will be on PS5.
Oh, you mean the interview where he said not Indiana Jones?
Yeah, it's not among the games that will be on.
Yeah, that was one thing. What I was trying to say is that the announcement that we got on Gamescom, was it on Gamescom, right? It was a big blow because it was like a surprise announcement that people. I mean, they would just. It would be just easier for fans to absorb if they would just saying, okay, this will be coming to PS5 as well on some other like a smaller kind of ad, right? Like a poster. Yeah, they'll be. I mean, but this one they made like a special announcement just to tell the fans that, hey, yeah, this is coming to PS5 on a day of games. So that was. I mean,
it's the last game, right? It's the last game that the last game in Summer Game Fest, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
You don't do that to your fan. I mean, you would say that this is gonna be on PS5 like a poster kind of thing, just to right. That would make a bit more sense, right? But then they did this, and let's be honest, I'm not a game developer, but I would understand that if a software would be adopted by a console, it's not like a 6-month decision kind of thing. It has been around for so long. It's just that he do not want to announce that back then. I mean, you don't simply say, okay, we're gonna start adopting this game to PS5 because 6 months is just enough for us to do that, right? But I don't think so. It's that they knew that this game will be on PS5 maybe like 2 years ago, right? Even so, they knew this. They just didn't announce it to the fan because they're worried. But then in the end, that was it. I think I'm pretty sure the fans are okay if they are honest with this. Even way back, right? Fans would need to accept, and then they would. I'm pretty sure they will be able to accept that time exclusive kind of stuff. But in this case, it's just Phil is not being honest to the fans. So I'm pretty sure Xbox knew about this like a year ago, but they just took their time to announce it that it's gonna be on PS5. So yeah, that was the worst case. I mean,
I agree that if they have been more truthful, that would be fine. Because being an Xbox fan, it seems like a trend already to keep being let down by Xbox
again and again.
But
exactly.
Don't be untruthful to them, lah. Right? At least more be upfront to them that this game is coming to PS5. Okay, cool. I understand. All right. Last we have Zergg.
What else can be said? I'm sorry for all the workers that have been laid off.
That's bad, right?
It's happening over and over and over again. It will never stop, like what we said from the previous podcast. At this point, it seems like Xbox operating OS is basically just like a Windows skin for me. And although I said that I really appreciate Xbox Game Pass subscription, which I am planning to renew for the next subsequent years, because who can give you a lot of game under subscription? And it's quite cheap, right, for us, Malaysia. And I got to try a lot of new games. And if I were to be honest, Xbox Game Pass, even if I don't have it in my PC, I prefer console game. If I were to choose between PS and Xbox, although it is not a comparison, if I were to have a non PS game, right, I will choose Xbox over PS5 because of how the graphic is and everything. But seeing how all the good games depending on how you define them, are coming mostly from PS and how successful they are. Final Fantasy 7, Xbox, Rebirth, and also Astrobot. I don't know, man. I think sooner or later it's just gonna be they are expanding to TV and whatnot. So yeah, come what may, as long as they keep the Xbox Game Pass. I am very upset actually when they don't have Wukong in Xbox. But I tried to find what is the reason, and it seems like I don't know whether it's true. It seems like they don't think it's important, and the fact that they do not care about us. There's no Malaysian Xbox. I feel like there's no point of us arguing. When are you bringing? When are you bringing? Yes, we have our PC, but for those people who has an Xbox console, it seems like we are not being prioritized. I would say in that way.
Yeah.
So I'm okay not to have my Xbox console right now. If you were to ask me, I'm okay with just having my PC with Xbox subscription.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah.
mean, when it comes to the Black Myth Wukong situation, just a quick one before we end this. There's one of the reason, one of the rumors was what Zergg mentioned, that the devs just don't care. Which in a way makes sense too, because the devs behind it is from China, so usually in a way the political situation where they just usually just anti-American brands, so that could be a reason. There was another rumor that that I mean it's basically that's what people say lah, that they actually struck a deal with Sony to
Yeah.
delay
Heard about that as well.
the delay the release on Xbox. Of course, that is not proven at all. We may never know it until we die, right? So these are just the rumor lah. But of course, the official reason is because I think they just needed more time, right? That's the usual. That's the official reason lah. But the real one, is it like that? We don't know. But anyway, it's delayed lah. And by the time it comes out, the game pretty much already lost its momentum, and it will just be out on Xbox. That's about it. And it seems like a trend with Xbox these days that they just cannot get a good momentum going. I mentioned just now already. They get a big spike. They can't follow up. They just go going down, down, down. Like good news,
What?
there's suddenly staff layoff, stuff like that.
They're screwing themselves off. That's what I mean. They're just
So they're
screwing
trying to compete with all the bad news, saying that, oh, you have a bad news, here I come.
Yeah,
Exactly.
which is sad, you know.
Yeah, and one thing, if you guys notice, right, we are glad that they have the Xbox, the apps, right? I was looking for this one game actually because mine is US account. I'm trying to look for this game, which is going to be released soon. It's an indie game. It's an RPG game. You can capture the boss. It sounded very fun, right? You can capture the boss and you can summon the boss. That kind of
Okay.
vibe. So I was like, wow, I want to buy this game. I can't remember what's the name of the game. I tried to find in Steam. It is gonna be released soon, 22nd or 24th. I tried to find it in PS Store. It's gonna be released soon. I just want to compare the prices, see. But then when it comes to Xbox, when I search the game, they say you can actually install it in your console now. So
Ooh.
I really don't get the apps at all until now. I'm trying to understand how it works, but it is very funny how Xbox works because sometimes if you were to see, you need to change your region lah to Singapore lah. Then only you can find lah. Sometimes if you were to search for a game, right, you cannot find it anywhere. It's not even in store. You know, sometimes I wonder, can I buy the game? What is happening? Don't you want me to buy the game and give you the money? Sometimes that's how I feel with Xbox Store.
Maybe
So yeah.
because because for Xbox we need to keep toggling between the US store, then the local region store and stuff like that. Whereas for you guys, your experience with PlayStation, because they have their presence in Malaysia already, right? So and they did their store really well. whatever you can find is just right there, right? You don't have to toggle to different regions and stuff like that, right? So
it's confusing. It's not user friendly at all, especially for those who are new. So can they not see that in terms of marketing? I don't know, man. It's sure gonna turn off people and gonna lose some buyer as well.
Yep. I'm pretty sure. I'm sure they have known this kind of issue. I just don't know. Like when you know the
Yeah,
issue
I
is
don't
there already,
understand.
why are you not doing anything about it, or at least attempt to do anything about it? That's the problem I have with business these days. Like you saw the issue already. It's just right there, but why are you not doing anything about it? Like, you're just gonna let these things keep going down. I think it seems like the Xbox is like that. It's like all the fans, everyone, the gamers know what is going on, but
Yeah,
you are not.
and they don't care. It's like, okay, so what if we lose? That kind of mentality is really
Exactly.
turn me off. It's like, okay lah, I admit that I'm losing in a console war, but okay, what are you doing then? That's why a lot of people are like being mad.
I'm laying off. We lost, so
Yeah,
we lay off all the people.
yeah.
That
Yeah,
kind of sucks, though.
yeah.
Yeah.
They gave a lot of hopes, I think, with the acquisition kind of stuff, but then eventually it just turned out to be
You
nothing.
just don't know what to do with it. It's like you buy. It's like us lah, buying a lot of games and then we just fill out our backlog and then don't know what to play, and then we just probably, if you buy physical, you just sell it off at a loss.
Yeah.
Wow,
Which
that's a terrible analogy, but yeah.
Yeah, so I hope, I
But
don't know, I'm seeing a very well built ship that that could have so much potential, but it just keep letting itself going, sinking down bottom to the ocean, where it's actually a very good ship. You just have to do something about it, right? But I mean, we are not that manages Xbox. So Phil is the one. He needs to
He needs
reshow
to quit.
his management skill,
Someone
leadership
kicked him
skill,
out.
whatever it is, right?
It's
I'm sure.
at this point in time. At this point in time, just get someone else. Yeah.
Yeah,
If
true.
they're even trying it, yeah. So I think fans had been giving him chances and chances again and again, and then yeah.
Yeah, true. I agree with that. Phil needs to. He needs to go, lah, I guess. Seems like the sentiment is that these days. But anyway, that's our thought on the current situation of Xbox. I'm glad we finally managed to talk about this. So yeah,
yay.
that's pretty much the end of our episode 70. I want to thank all our members. I want to thank Adri, Reese, and Zergg for being here. We talk about the PS5 Pro and also the current state of Xbox. We'll be seeing you guys next week. Should be okay. Let's see what else we're gonna happen. Actually, TGS already done or not? I thought
Not yet.
mentioned it. Not yet.
Soon.
I think TGS was one that I was referring on when they should announce.
Exactly. Yep. Reese mentioned just now. Like, what is it? I thought TGS over already. I'm like, oh no.
No,
actually,
no.
Yeah, because those are very
you're probably-
boring Japanese
If you start
interviews.
hearing big news or reveals or whatever, you gotta check out if there's an event happening, and it could be TGS.
Yeah, cool. So TGS is happening,
Alright.
but I don't think it's anytime soon yet lah. But anyway, we'll see what else to talk about
Is
next
it-
week. Sorry,
Bye bye.
Sorry, it's happening end of the month,
end of the
early
okay, cool.
October. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Alright, so we'll be seeing you guys next week. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good long weekend, everyone.